and angel fly within my life, beside me in all I do.
Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly angel reading for May the 11th through to the 17th. As you know, last week I wasn't able to do a video reading and my throat is still a little croaky, as you may hear, but I've been able to work in the last few days and I feel more able to share guidance with you in this way. It's definitely part of my lesson just to step back sometimes, and so I'm ready to be of service to you more deeply this week, and I'm excited to be able to connect with the goddess energy for you through the goddess guidance cards by Doreen Virtue. I wanted to connect with them because they're all about that softer feminine energy, and sometimes when we've had the intensity like we did last week, it was a full moon in Scorpio, and I have to say it brought up a lot of stuff for me and many people, that really deep sometimes insecurity, sometimes issues that we've been dealing with for a while that suddenly come to the surface. That was me, and it seems to be that it was for many people too. So we're back on track this week. Let's see what the guidance is from the goddesses, first of all, for Monday and Tuesday. Alright, so here we go. Isolde, undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. Now, you may look at this card and say, oh, it's about romance again. It's about eternal love. It can be. Isolde is definitely there to help us with that aspect of our lives if we wanted to. But to me, this is about the ever-present divine love, the unwavering, unconditional love of God and the angels and the goddesses. Now, I have to say that some people have been asking me about the goddesses and the ascended masters and the messages that I give, and and are they of God? Yes, they are, and I believe that all these beings that we connect with are of love, and that is what matters to me. You may not know all of them. You may not resonate with all of them, but this is a beautiful message. How can anyone argue with this message? Just remembering that if you're going through grief, if you're feeling heartbreak in any way, to keep the lessons and the love and to let go of the rest. And to remember that in the most painful situations, perhaps the situations that are heartbreaking, that you can allow them to break you open to more love. Now, that seems really simplistic and almost like, well, I'm going through the pain, of course it's going to hurt me and I don't want to experience more love. Well, we all have a choice about what we do with pain. And so you can just take a moment to tap into your heart, to focus on perhaps the sadness or the grief that is present for you, perhaps anger, or maybe there's some unforgiveness there. And just breathe and make a choice right now to focus on the love. Focus on loving yourself. It doesn't mean that you have to invite a person back into your life or a situation that is heartbreaking. It certainly doesn't mean that. Sometimes it can mean that there's healing occurring, but most importantly, it's about doing what's best for you, about loving yourself, about knowing that even the most challenging experiences are really there for us to choose more love, to be more loving. There is nothing else, okay? So you can call on Isolde to help you to do that if that is present for you. And of course, if that means in your love life or you're wanting to connect with a partner, then absolutely do that. But above all of that is the love that you have for yourself and the love that you're able to express because you're more deeply connected to who you are, okay? All right, so here we go. Bridget, don't back down. Another Celtic goddess says, stand up for what you believe is right. Now, this is really pertinent to my own experience last week. I'm not going to say too much about it now because I may do that in another video, and this is about a weekly reading. But something that's been very present for me and for other people is the fact that you can be really loving and you can connect to love and you can remember the divine love and the divine order, and that all of us teach us everyone teaches us certain things, even those that cause us heartbreak. That's all great. You can remember all of that. But you can also remember that one of the key things is to be truthful to yourself, to stand up for what you believe in, believe to be right, is not about being unspiritual. Neither is being spiritual just ignoring things that are painful. It's not about being a doormat, being spiritual. Some people say, "Oh, we're supposed to love everyone. It's okay. I'll just hope, that the person changes or the situation changes, even though it's really bad for me. I'm just going to hold on to the love." That's not being very loving to yourself or to people around you. So the goddess Bridget is a wonderful goddess to remind us that we can be feminine and graceful, but we can also be very powerful in the sense of being courageous, of being able to be an activist, a warrior, if you like, to say, no, this situation doesn't serve me anymore, and I'm going to speak up about it. Or actually, this is what I know to be true for myself. I'm going to follow this path. Sometimes on this path of being a sensitive person, the biggest lesson we can learn is that we don't have to please everyone. I remember last week, the week before last, when I did a reading, I believe I said this, and maybe that I've done it in a personal reading, and I'm repeating myself in a funny way there, but I will say it again. You can't please everyone. You have to let go of trying to please, be all things to all people so that you can be everything to some. And that has definitely happened in my own life. Sometimes in those heartbreaking, painful moments, you get to see who will really stand up for you and who will be really, in your corner, if you like. And that's not about taking sides. That's about being authentic and in integrity. And I will do that as much as I can and still be loving. So please remember that it's not one or the other. You can be absolutely loving and peaceful and knowing that you love everyone, but you don't have to be passive about anything. All right, so here we go for the weekend. Maeve, cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. It's a beautiful card. Of course, this is about knowing that every day, every week, every month, there is a time to be quiet and the time to be active. And so it's about being really truthful with yourself about where you're at in those cycles. It can change even within a day. It can change at any moment depending on what your body is telling you. So this Maeve is another Celtic goddess. There's a Celtic theme here this week. And she's reminding us to really listen to our sacred bodies, remembering that we, are in a human body for a reason. So it's very important to listen, especially as sensitive people. Our body really gives us a lot of feedback. And so intuitively, like I said, if you want to learn to be more intuitive, it's very important to listen to your body. It's a big way that God, the angels, the goddesses speak to us, and it's a big way to learn to receive more, isn't it? Being receptive is a big part of the cycle that we're all learning in this lifetime, and not just giving. And Maeve is a beautiful goddess for sexuality, and again, just as we were talking about with Bridget, being courageous, standing up for yourself. Sometimes that can be taken the wrong way in these spiritual paths, if you like, and so can sexuality. We're all in our bodies. It's a beautiful way to express yourself. It's a beautiful way to be in touch with your energy and your truth. So if you want to have some help with expressing yourself in that way, helping you to see yourself as a goddess, or if you're a guy, to help you to really express yourself sexually in a way that is honoring your body, is honoring your energy. I really believe that it's the most intimate thing that anyone can ever do. And so to me, it's actually, if you're wanting to honor yourself, then you want to make sure that your sexual life is a reflection of that. What energy are you sharing with someone on the deepest level? So Maeve is a beautiful goddess to help you to do that, to help you to let go of any shame or guilt around your sexuality, and to help you to really shine in that way. remember that so many of us will often say, oh, this is my, professional life, this is my personal life, and, I can receive in this way, and, maybe, oh, I'm not feeling so good, but if I just rest, it will be okay. Sometimes it's about connecting with your personal life more. Maybe it's about just honoring your body or listening to whether your body needs a certain food or perhaps more sleep. Whatever it is for you, please listen to your body, because we are on the earth for a reason, and when we do that, everything else starts to flow more. As I said, it's all about being holistic in our approach rather than just focusing on one thing at a time if we can. So I'm sending you lots of love. The goddesses are sending you lots of love. It's a beautiful week this week. We're surrounded by lots of support, but it does feel like a week to really honor ourselves very deeply in whatever ways we're being called to do, so that the rest of our life is a reflection of being honored. So if you're not feeling honored by other people, if you're feeling drained or resentful in any way, go within, listen to yourself, and then you can be able to be refreshed and more able to be of service in the ways that you choose. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.